All right, guys, welcome to the TFE lunch break. So today, so I was actually going through how to create Facebook ads and everything because we were going to possibly talk about that today. And I just felt like I wasn't doing it justice. Like there's just more that needs to be done there. So I decided that because we are kicking off the month, I'm going to share a plan of action for Team Cup for you guys, and that will give me a little more time to be able to really do justice with the Facebook ads because it's complicated. And the last thing I want is for people to feel overwhelmed. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share. And actually, before I do that, how many of you on here are actually leading a team? Raise your hand. Okay, Diana and I. Okay, so Diana, you can let me know what your plan of action with this has been too, but I personally have been creating systems, and Courtney creates our team calendar every month, and then I kind of went back through it and kind of edited for TFE kind of what I think might work best for Team Cup. So I personally am planning on doing a Zoom call with my team this week, and then I'm leading one more team. I'm not actually on it because I can't be, but there's some newer coaches on it, so I'm leading it. And I'm going to plan on doing a Zoom call with them and kind of talking through a plan of action as well. But that's really, really good. I think, I don't know if you guys saw my live in TFE. I don't want to repeat myself a lot, but I think it's good for us to understand, like, what's the whole goal of this? Because it's not just like when people were like, when that's been asked before, people are like, I just want to do my daily invites. Okay, no, that's great. That's like something you should be doing. But the goal of Team Cup is that every single person on a team needs to hit Success Club, right? Because that's the whole point, is to do it as a team where you guys are working together to hit Success Club, to rank advance, to get as many points as possible and earn some fun swag. But truthfully, it's just a really fun way for us to come together and make a bigger impact. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I know I'm doing something for a team, like, it's one thing for me to go, okay, I have a goal of SC40, right? Like, that's my goal. I'm going to do that this month. Like, that was last month. I'm upping it now just because I love to push the crap out of myself. But I think that, it's one thing for me to say that, but it's another thing if I have a team of people that I'm working with that I'm going to go, okay, guys, like, what's our goal? Like, what's our goal as a group? And then what's our individual goals that contribute to that team goal? Like, there's just something so much more fun about that. Have any of you guys ever played team sports? Right? Okay, so there's something about being on a team that is just like, when I score a goal, it's not like, oh, I scored a goal for me. No, it's for your team. It's just so much more fun. So what I'm saying when I say that is enjoy the fact that you get to do this as a team, that you get to become closer with some teammates, that you get to experience this as a group, and enjoy those relationships and that time building and bonding and encouraging each other, and not just going, okay, Kelly, hit Success Club, but going, you know what? Let's talk about that. Like, we know that this makes an impact. So, like, if Kelly is struggling, sorry, Kelly, you're in the middle of my screen, so I'm using you. So Kelly's not struggling, by the way. She's doing awesome. But if Kelly is struggling, because at some point she probably will, because we all do, right? I can go, okay, let's talk about that. Like, what tactics can we do together? And so a good plan of action, this is our TFE August calendar that I'll be posting in there later today. But a great plan of action, guys, is to start promoting a free group. As a Team Cup team, start promoting a free group. And what I mean by that, like, this week, I know, like, I'm still working on getting people in our August 7th Shift Shop round 2 start, right? And some people will be on round 1. That starts on Monday. So I'm still getting people. I plan on adding people all the way up until Saturday. They won't have their Shakeology necessarily in time, but they will have all of their workouts and eating guides, so we'll go with that, okay? So when people are saying no, by the way, I don't know if you guys can see this, the heart is an ad for free group, that kind of thing. I'm not necessarily doing big ads for my free group, but when people are saying no in all my messaging, I'm challenging them on the objections in a feel, felt, found type way so that it's loving and it's understanding and it's like I've been there. But if they still come back and say, I get you, I want to do this, I literally have zero money I can put towards this right now, then I'm going to say, you know what, girl, that's okay. I want to work with you. I want to coach you. I've got this free group and I would love for you to be involved in that. So that's what I'm doing in my messaging. Okay. And so leading up to Monday then, and that's why it's only like, you can be doing that today, tomorrow, and then really hone in on it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and get all those people that you've been planting seeds with, get them in your free group that starts on Monday with your team. I know that Sam and Jen Green and a couple of them and their Team Cup team are running a Truth or Dare free group. I want to talk to my teams about exactly what kind of free group we want to run. But getting them in there, running a free group together, really doing this as a team effort. Then during this week, by the way, we'll talk about this. We're not actually doing a sneak peek live anymore, but we'll talk about that if you're looking at that. But if we are, getting them in, and then this on Monday with the people in your group, you should be messaging every single one of them. What are I'm so glad you're in this group. What are your goals? And every single one of you should shoot to have 40 people in your free group, no less than 40, which I know can sound intimidating, but guys, remember, it's free. And because it's free, it's actually a little bit of a disadvantage. It's an advantage to show people the value that you are going to add and to build trust with them. It's a disadvantage in the fact that it's free because people are not financially invested. Okay? So not every single person is going to show up because they didn't actually invest in it, right? But that's why your messaging is so important. So then, you run a 5-day, 7-day tops free group, right? And in that group, you're messaging them about their goals. You're creating genuine trust building and conversation. And then towards the end, you're going to invite them to be part of your VIP group. Now, they may not, by the way, like you might not have to wait till the end of the week. Like if somebody in their goals on Monday tells me I have 80 pounds to lose and I really, really want to do this, I can plant the seed right then and there by saying, I'm so glad you're in this group. I do want you to know though that I have an awesome VIP group that I would love for you to be a part of. And it's with clinically proven tools that are going to help you lose weight. Like not only will you get this amazing accountability and support, but you're going to get the clinically proven tools that are going to make a huge, huge difference. And I would love to help you get set up for that. Would that interest you at all? And you can even say it's after my free group after my free group ends. Would that interest you at all? And even if they say no, remember, most of my top coaches said no to me twice before they said yes. Okay? So remember that you might be planting the seed here and they may say no, but then towards the end of your free group, you come back and you say, hey, I've absolutely loved you in this group. I hope that it's helped you. I hope that you got some good insight out of this. I know that you weren't so sure about the VIP group, but I just wanted to throw it out there again and just let you know that my coaching is free. It's just, can you be quiet? It's just about getting you the right tools to help you really lose that 80 pounds. So I think that, oh, Alex, it's all good, baby. So I think that that's really, can you stop, please? Go upstairs, go to your room, go. That's a really good way for you to, to build that trust anyway. But I think sometimes we're afraid that we're pushy if we plant the seed and come back a few days later. Guys, that's not pushy. There's a difference between being pushy and being persistent. And it's okay to be persistent, because I always think back at Doug Moss going, I needed a coach. I needed a coach. I took up 2 plane seats. I needed somebody before I got to that point to tell me that they would support me. And so, the worst thing that can happen is that they say no again, but now it's really on their mind and they're watching you. So you need to also be on your A game posting. Not just, I'm not saying that every post has to be rocket science. I mean, I literally asked people a Harry Potter question the other day. I mean, it can be whatever it is that is your avatar, right? But it's so important to be present, because even if somebody sees you make a post about something silly, or a question about headbands if you're a girl, right? Or something like that. Even just you showing up in their newsfeed is going to remind them about that VIP group, because you invited it to them maybe twice now. And now they're really, really thinking about it. And I love the messages I get from people when they're like, okay, I've been watching you and I know I told you no, but girl, I'm desperate. Like, I need something, and that's when it's the right time for them, and that's okay. So your free group is going to be huge, and that's just following the funnel. Okay. It's just following the invite funnel. So the goal is to have SC5 no later than the 15th. And let me tell you a couple of reasons why. I see this month after month after month. I talk to coaches, and it's like literally I hear nothing from them. Crickets. Okay. Like, I'm trying to check in, like, hey, how's it going, guys? Nothing. And then the end of the month, the last week, they're like, okay, I'm at 2 or I'm at 0, but I'm going for it. And if you wait till the end of the month, you are a salesperson, because everything in you then just wants to hit a number for a sale, to hit Success Club. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with selling a challenge pack. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But you want to do it in a way that, number one, you don't like literally want to crash and burn at the end of the month, not out of like pure exhaustion from rocking it out, but out of pure exhaustion from like being so stressed and anxious, right? Like, who wants that? I mean, I know every job has stress, guys. Every job has stress. But like, I mean, I'm okay with having some stress over trying to push for really big goals. I'm not okay with having stress because I didn't do my job. And then at the end of the month, I decided, oh crap, like, I've got to do this. Now I'm a salesperson and I'm just like hustling like crazy to try to do this. Now, sometimes we work all month, and it comes down to that last week and you're still not there, and that's okay. So you continue to work hard. I'm talking about people that literally are like crickets and like openly say that they don't invite all month, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I think I do want to hit Success Club. You will be shooting yourself in the foot and your Team Cup team in the foot if you wait. Okay. So it is all about planting these seeds at the beginning of the month. So this week, it should be all about going back and following up. You should be doing your love bombing and everything that you should have already done at the beginning of the week, or do it now if you didn't. But you should be doing that, right? But you should be following up like crazy, inviting these people into your Shift Shop launch group, because we start that again on the 7th, right? So you should be doing that. And then when they say no, you've got another option with this free group. And then the seeds get planted. And if you are inviting people around Thursday or Friday next week, Saturday, to be in your VIP or Shift Shop launch group, share your results with them. Show them like, hey girl, I know you said you wanted to lose 20 pounds. I don't know if you've seen these or if I showed these to you, but here are my 20-pound results with Shift Shop, or here are my 10-pound results with Shift Shop. And that's only after 21 days. I would love to get you in this group. Like, would you be interested in that? I know you wanted to lose that, and I would love to help you. What are your thoughts on that? And then, like, they pull the trigger. Then on the 15th, if you do that with 20 people, 40 people, however many you have in this group, right? You should have 40, but maybe 20 respond. Let's get real, right? Then by the 15th, 3 people pull the trigger. Should not be crazy to think of, right? That should be like, okay, that makes sense. Like, numbers wise. Okay, 3 people pulled the trigger by then. That makes sense. And then the rest of the month, you're just helping as many people as you possibly can. And I know that the prizes that corporate has and stuff are just fun. I mean, honestly, there's nothing wrong with wanting one of those sweatshirts. In fact, I really want one of those sweatshirts. I'm not going to lie. When we got our 21-Day Fix Extreme sweatshirts that say Coach on the front, nobody else has those. And they are my absolute favorite hoodies that I own. So, like, I love them. And all you have to do is every single person on your team has to hit SC5 in order to get one of those shirts. That's it. Right? So lock it in by the 15th and then go for like the bicycle. And then, I mean, why not go for the LA trip, right, Diana? Why not go for that? You know, I mean, there's no reason why you can't do it. So I don't want to spend the whole time preaching or anything, but I wanted to give you guys a solid game plan. And then of course, towards the end of the month, you know, we're starting here. So you got week 1, week 2, week 3 of Shift Shop. So you are going to want to be starting to promote, really. I know it says the challenge group promotions down here. No. You're going to want to be promoting, you know, I'll change this before I post it in TFE, but you're going to want to be doing ads and promoting your results. I mean, guys, on Sunday here, you're going to have results. You should all be posting your results. I remember my week 1 results with Shift Shop, I was embarrassed about because I didn't like the way I looked, but I had lost 6 pounds in 1 week. And there was no way that I was going to let my pride hold me back from helping other people by sharing those results. Do not let your ego or your pride, and guys, that comes out in insecurity. I promise you, I've been there when I used to, this is kind of sidetracking, but when I used to get so nervous to sing in front of people. And yet I knew it was a gift of mine, but I was so nervous because it was a pride issue. I didn't want to make myself look bad if I didn't sound perfect, right? That's like pride. So sometimes we don't want to share our results because we're afraid of what other people are going to think. That's just like, you're really just worried that your ego is going to be bruised. Don't let your pride or ego hold you back from sharing what is working for you, because it may change somebody's life, you know? So you really have to think of it like that. And so I remember posting those results, and I told the story in my post. I said, I am hitting enter and running away from my computer, because any other post I'd ever shared with result photos with Beachbody, I felt like I looked good in, right? And I didn't feel like I looked good after 1 week of Shift Shop. I was not there yet. But because I shared and I shared and I shared, people feel like they've been along this journey with me. Because I let my pride down and I shared just 6 pounds versus waiting until 20. I mean, yeah, you'll get great response with 20 pounds, but because I shared the 6 pounds, the 7 pounds, the 10 pounds, the 11 pounds, the 14 pounds, the 17 pounds, and now I'm going to be sharing 20 plus, like, people are on that journey with me. And honestly, challenge packs, I mean, I'm not going to pretend it's easy. It's not. I am messaging the crap out of people. I mean, I've been pretty open about that. I made a post about how I was going for SC40. I mean, I was in the test group. It launched in July. I should be at SC40 for July, at least, right? But I was at SC22, and I'm just kind of feeling like, bummer. But it's not lack of trying on my part. I gave it my all, right? Well, now all those seeds,
no touching.
I am actually already at SC8 today, right, for the month. And it's Team Cup month. So nope, I didn't waste my time, right? It just was one of those things that had to be what it is. So cool. Yay, we have more people that hopped on since I was screen sharing. So do you guys have, here, I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. Do you guys have any questions on that at all? You can go ahead and unmute yourself if you do. Or honestly, Diana, let's see if people have questions. And then I would love for you, I know I'm putting you on the spot because we didn't talk about this, but I would love just to hear if you have any insight too, because you can't be a number 3 team in all of Team Cup at some point in 2015 and not have something to share. Or 2016, it was last year. Why do I keep saying 2015? Anyway, So yeah, so any questions, you guys, on that? When you are thinking of a free group to do with your Team Cup team, like I'm going to go to my teams today and say, guys, what should our focus be? Like, what makes everybody tick? You can always do clean eating. There are templates in the TFE resources on the website. You can always do clean eating, right? But what might speak even more to your audience? Like, I know that my audience, and this might not be true for everybody on my team, so I have to see. But for my audience, it might be really, really worth it to talk about healthy snacks for your kids for the summertime. You know, I mean, kids are home. It's the last month of summer. They're going to be raiding the fridge, raiding, how can we have healthy snacks, and maybe even talking about meal prep for them so the kids can literally. I love the fact that Isaiah can just go right in the fridge, and I have like peanut butter in a little container in the fridge with apples that he can grab out and just dip and eat, right? That's like something that we can share as moms, So be thinking about free group ideas that might really connect, and it might mean some work on your part, right? But that's okay. That's okay, Steph. We understand. Um, you got it, girl. I'll message you back today too. So yeah, but yeah, so be thinking, brainstorm with your team. What is going to connect most with them and their audience too, and find common ground. Okay. Because that might work for me, but there might be somebody in my Team Cup that doesn't have a child. So it would, I mean, maybe you could change the focus to just being like summer snack ideas versus like 4 kids, So it's just something to think about, but that's also a great way to introduce daily sunshine. Um, oh, sorry, Alan, I just muted you, because I heard the lawnmower. But you have a question?
Yeah, I think that's what helped me. Like when I introduced Daily Sunshine, that's when I got a lot of responses, and people are like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, it's Shakeology's brand for children. Your children can have an easy smoothie without, going to Burger King or McDonald's or, Smoothie King or something like that. You don't always have to spend money on crappy foods when there's an easy Daily Sunshine in the fridge or whatever.
Yeah, totally. And it tastes like chocolate milk, and it's certified organic. So
Yeah.
awesome. Yes. All right, Miss Diana, do you have any tips or tricks for us that we could learn from you now that I put you on the spot completely?
Okay, so if my computer dies, it's like warning me. But so I don't know. I was trying to look at the point system, and I know last year it did help us that everyone on my team went diamond. But last year they did give you points for rank advancements. Your rank advancements, your PS rank advancements, every rank advancement that happened on your team, you got points. So we racked up, I think like close to 140 points. And on top of FC points. So I don't know if it's going to be like that this year. So I don't know. We're banking on it, but whatever.
I keep on saying rank advancements because I'm used to that. I didn't see rank advancements in the point system.
Yeah, so we're going to see how that goes. I don't know. But even if not, our plan this month for all of us, Rosie, Steph, Deja, we're all going to shoot for SC20. Because if it's all about SC points, then we might as well just all go big. And then so what we did, Gina has a team and we have a team. She created a team page, on Facebook. So both of our teams are in there. We're going to have like a little friendly competition between our teams. But what we're doing is like checking in daily, just posting. We upped our numbers. Deja created a tracker for us. It's 10, 10, 10, 10 invites, 10 convos, 10 follow-ups. We have a free group already created for next week. It's going to be a sneak peek into BOD because that's where we're putting all of our people that say no or they need to think about it or whatever. And then we're going to start another challenge group on the 28th. But we're just messaging the crap out of people. I'm going to be at SE6 today, probably SE8 today, because I saved all we're just lining them up. So, but it is all about numbers. And the one big thing that like I'm focusing on and everyone else on my team is focusing on is reaching out to new people. Like, I don't care if you're on Instagram, Facebook, I don't care. Like, if you are not adding new people to your network, the numbers, you can't up your numbers. If you just stick to your warm market or stick to the people that you invited before, whatever, you know, you have to bring people in every day.
Quickly, because I know your computer might die. Tell us how you are bringing people in, because I think that's where people get stuck, and I want them to hear from you.
For me, I'm not maxed out on friends on Facebook, so I'm just going through anywhere I can find friends. I mean, friend suggestions, groups, friends of friends, anywhere. I'm going through whoever I can find that I connect with. I don't add anybody, which that's why it takes me a long time, not a long time, but a while to kind of sift through the people. And I look at their pictures and I look at, if they have kids, I look at everything on their Facebook page. And if they're a mom and I could connect with them, then I add them. But you do have to be diligent about that and really like hone into that, because that was the missing key for me for a long time. And now that I'm focusing on that, it's been like, it's game changer.
I can say too, you guys, I mean, I know this is where Facebook ads come in, because my like page is huge for me. And because I love that people are coming to me on it, you know.
Yeah.
But I will say, no, that's an old one. Get the other one from the counter, will you, baby? Sorry, guys. I will say though that going into like groups that interest you. So like being in groups. Now you're not going to be one of those people, and they're not even allowed, but you're not going to be one of those people that are like, hey sweetie, you're not going to be one of those people that are like, oh my gosh, try Shakeology, like in the group, like that's so tacky. Right. But you can be one of those people that like go into the group, like Twin Cities nursing moms. I go into the group, I ask questions. Thank you, babe. I ask questions like, hey guys, like, how is this working for you? Like, are you, sorry, I just heard something weird. Is this working for you or whatnot? Like, ask for people's advice, because that's how you build connections with people too. And then I friend them. And every day, Diana, this is like exclusively a tip for you and maybe for Deja too, but I am going through my friends and I am deleting coaches, not in TFE. I keep our TFE coaches, but I delete just coaches, get out. They will still follow you. So it's not like rude. I mean, they're still followers and that kind of thing. And that's cool. But, and they don't get like a notification if we delete them, but I've got 5,000 friends and I'm pretty sure that like 1,500 to 2,000 have to be coaches. So like, that's not my audience. So I daily, I'm like trying to get like 20 out so I can like add 20 new ones. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but what's cool too is that you can see the people that request you, and I can go to their pages and see if I know them or if they're just coaches.
Another thing that we kind of talked about, we're going to go over this, but 5 of us, we said, why don't we chip in, $20 or whatever, there's 5. And then do like $100 gift card drawing we could tell our new people, like, we're doing $100 drawing thing for everyone all of our new challengers that join in August. Something to kind of like.
And you can do that, but you have to do it within the challenge group then. You can't do it before.
Yeah. It's going to be, but we're going to say, yeah, or I mean, incentives. We were just talking about incentives. Rosie brought it up today. I mean, that's what helped us in February too. We offered everybody a Fixate book. That's when the Fixate book was huge last year.
Another thing you guys we could do, and we could talk about this, is like, we have those Shift Shop launch shirts or whatever, those shirts. We could, for round 3, we could say everybody that joins gets a shirt. It is. It's $20. So you'd be losing commission, $20 commission on every single person. So, and I'd have to think about that because we'd have to figure out, maybe we do headbands. Maybe we do shift shop headbands, $10, right? And then the people that have already bought shirts don't feel bad. But you know, doing something like that too, I swear you guys, when I used to get those tanks from Walmart, hi baby, they used to go crazy for those tanks. They were like $7, you know? So there's lots of fun things that we can do like that, but people love that stuff. And even just making like a fun post about it, like, and making it unique, like maybe the headband says like #shift_happens, TFE launch or something like that, you know, like making it unique to like shift crew or something, you know, like something really fun might be a good idea too. So yeah, people love that exclusive, like part of a team type feel. And then they're much more likely to like tell their friends about it too. Cause that's another thing, you guys, I always do something where it's like a U+2. So if they refer to people, then in the group, I can't do it outside the group, it's against compliance, but in the group, I will put all 3 of them in a drawing for a $100 gift card. And that's with those 3 and anybody else that refers to people. So far, nobody's actually referred to, but they've referred 1. I've had multiple people refer 1. And I don't end up having to even spend the money on the gift card, which I guess is a win. That's not the point, but it is kind of nice though to like know that people are like recruiting for you in a sense too. So so lots of really like fun ideas that you can do. It's all about how you present it. Never present out of desperation. Always present out of excitement. You know, like when I've done $20 Amazon gift cards in the past, because in December to reach elite, I had to hit like SC 30 or something. It was crazy. And I did it. And I offered a $20 Amazon gift card to every single person that signed up. But the way that I did it is I said like, hey, it's December, so I want to give you a Christmas present if this is something that you want to do. And so I'm doing something really fun for my challengers this month. So if you sign up, I know you've been thinking about it for a while. So if you sign up this month, you're going to get a $20 Amazon card. And that's just my way of saying happy holidays. I'm so excited for you going into the new year. Right? Like, that's not like, I'm trying to hit a goal and I really need your help. And like, you know, like nobody wants to be a part of that. Everybody wants to be a part of like, oh, cool, like something fun, you know? So it's all in how you present it too. And all of these suggestions, guys, take it with a grain of salt. You are your own boss. You get to do whatever you want to do. But this is just like, you know, fun ways to, Diana's the queen when her computer just died. But she's the queen of knowing, like, she's like, okay, I've got to get this many points. Guys, working towards a lot of Success Club points is only going to help you. It's like you can, I know that people get a complex when they think of points. So we do talk about like lives change because that is what it represents. But like, don't let a complex of points get in the way, because honestly, it's a great way to measure kind of like, oh, how many lives have I impacted this month? But it's also like, how many seeds have you planted? Like just in the month of July, I planted so many seeds. Like I know that if it doesn't happen in August, that comes September and October and November and December, it's going to help so much because those aren't easy months necessarily, right? I'm not going to say they're hard because that's a scarcity mindset, but they're not necessarily like January, you know, where January through April, you know? And so the seeds that you plant now through Team Cup, whether only 3 people join you or 20, it's going to be something that's only going to benefit you for the long run. Does that make sense? Cool. Do you guys have any questions on anything? Do you have? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Something that I feel like Di would have shared, because she told us the story about talking about a scary goal, like a big SC goal or whatever, was how at Summit, someone from corporate asked her if she's shooting for elite, And she was like, oh, I don't know, maybe. He's like, why not? You know, like, what's the worst that could happen? And he told her that she shoots for this big goal. She's either going to make elite, and that's awesome, or she could, on the offhand, not make elite, but double her income. Would that be a bad thing? No, it wouldn't. So shooting for a big goal, even if it's scary, even if you don't make it, what really is the worst thing that could happen? You know what I mean?
Is it like, because if it's like a hit to your pride or your ego, like, oh well. Like, I mean, seriously, do we need that? No. You know, and I was there, but it was my corporate mentor, Doug, that was challenging her on it. And I was there when he said that, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Because I personally have felt like, do I give up on elite this year? Like, this would be 3-time elite. Like, I mean, I'm really my recruiting, like I've really, it's not for lack of trying. It's just not been like it's been in the past for me. And I don't know why, but I'm like, I can either throw in the towel or I can continue to work really, really hard. And you know what? Maybe normally I would have, I know I'll always hit SC10. Like, that's just happening. So, like, I would have hit SC10 this past month, and I probably would have been okay with it because it's July, and I had 2 weddings and Summit and Florida, and I could have been fine with that. But because I did, can you stop, honey? Please, mommy's in the middle of something. But because I did, they're going to get attention all day. Don't worry. I promise. But because I feel you, girl. But because I didn't stop at 10 and didn't go, I should save them for August. Like, no, like, I just kept going. And I could have easily just been content. And instead I'm like, you know what? Because of that, I doubled my commission this month. You know? Like, that's not a bad thing, right? So,
I could live with that.
Totally, in how you look at it. And, you know, not making a decision for me personally to not go for elite, or for you, it might be making a decision to like not go for SC10. That's a pride decision. That's because if I tell myself and I say out loud I'm not going for elite, then I don't have to feel bad about it if it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Who cares if it doesn't happen? You know what I mean? Like, you know, we have so much to stand to give more. So when Di's like, we're all going for SC20, I mean, I'm talking like SC5 at the bare minimum by the 15th. But like, what's going to happen if we all go for 20 and we only hit SC10? You know, like, oh no, that's not a bad thing, right? Yeah. Okay. This is gonna go downhill. Okay. I love you guys. Kelly, I'll see you tonight. You and Nicole and possibly Courtney and I are gonna meet with corporate in Minnesota. I wish the rest of you guys could. I know you don't live here. But that'll be really, really fun. So that'll be good. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. And if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in TFE too. Okay? All right. Talk to you guys later. Okay. Bye.